All right, so you're ready to change, doing daily steps, you're tracking food, you're working out, and then your partner comes home with fast food. How familiar does that sound? So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to get your partner on board with a healthy lifestyle, because one of the hardest secret obstacles to getting healthy, getting fit, and making a lifestyle is the fact that you're both not doing it together. And I know it can be challenging. So in today's episode, we're going to dive into that. It's going to be a good one. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Or a burrito. Your partner comes home with a burrito.
Oh, that would be you.
Yes.
No, but that, yeah. It's, or if you want to, like, don't you notice, like, if you want to eat bad, you want your partner to eat bad with you.
Yes. Happens with clients sometimes, where their partner wants to eat bad and wants to get them to partake. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Let them
that
eat
happens
bad.
a lot with clients.
I know.
That's actually one of the...
Their partners always want them to partake, like derail them.
Yeah. It happens a lot. And unfortunately, you can't decide that you're going to suddenly live a healthy lifestyle and force everybody, or anybody for that matter, to do it with you.
Nope.
You can't. You know, that's what gets difficult. And, you know, I have to advise clients on this a lot. And my advice usually is, you know, you have to just keep doing you.
Don't be the food police.
You know, you can't focus on getting them to do what you're doing. What you need to focus on is you not doing what they're doing.
Facts.
Because you've made a choice. Now, getting them on board with what you're doing, that's what, you know, we're going to get into it today. It's not always very easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Nope, it's not.
It's not easy. And guess what? It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
That's true.
Yeah. But before we get into it, you guys, you know the drill. If you're not already subscribed, get subscribed. Follow us on Candidly_with_coffee on Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review there. We'd really appreciate it. Scan the QR code up on the screen for all of our relevant links and to support our sponsors. And we appreciate you guys so much. Sound off in the comments also. I want to know.
Always.
Do you have tips to get your significant other on board? Or is your significant other on board? That I want to know.
Or are they fighting you to get on board?
And is that causing some
We like
issues?
to know. I like to read the comments.
Also, we have just released our Thrive in 3 program. So if you are interested in getting our Thrive in 3 program, you guys, it's just a simple way to get fit, build muscle, get lean and toned when you're busy and you don't have a lot of time. It's all of my it's simple workouts and it's simple strategies to follow, because it's not that you don't have time. You just don't have the right strategy. So if you are interested in the Thrive in 3 program, it's very affordable. Scan the QR code on the screen and grab it, because it's good. It really is. It's really good. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. This is one of the top things women message me about, to be honest. And this is actually quite common with my clients. So if you're feeling like you're in this alone, this one is for you, because there can be like some friction points when people are starting a journey, for sure.
Yeah. I've seen it in both directions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I've had a few male clients where it's not that they're women on our board, but they're kind of like, one was like saying like, don't expect me to do that. You know, she was negative from the beginning, but eventually she started slowly copying what he was doing, and she was having results, and she got results out of it.
What I feel like, just in general, not even your partner, so even more amplified with your partner, is I feel like whenever you do something that reminds somebody else of what they're not doing, but they know they should be, there's a friction point there, because they get defensive. It's not about you. It's really about them, because the more defensive they are, chances are the more they know they should probably be doing something.
Yeah.
I think that you almost have a better chance and will have more success with the person that shows the most, like they freak out about it at first, because they're having a reaction because deep down they know they need to do something.
Of course.
Right?
It's always that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Kind of
not
like
on you.
right? That you were like that with when I made, the burrito.
Yeah.
When I made that comment to you, and it highlighted that you knew you were eating too much bad food. And when I commented like, oh, another one, you went off the handle because you already knew it deep down. And if you're embarking on a new lifestyle, your habits basically shine a light on their lack of habits. On that same token, the minute now that you're focusing on doing things, you will notice more of what they don't do also. So not only are they now defensive because they know you're doing things they should be doing, but you actually get more irritated when maybe 3 months ago it didn't bother you when he came in and just plopped down on the couch and turned on the TV. But now it does. Like, you're just going to plop on you're not going to go get steps in.
Right.
Now you notice. So it could definitely create some friction for sure. And let's be real, they're gonna have fear. They've heard the stories, they've seen Instagram. They think like, oh, you think you're just gonna get all fit now and leave me for some fit dude? They freak out. It's a little bit of fear.
That's so true.
They like you the way you are.
Yep. And vice versa. I've seen it in the direction too, where the women, I've heard
your partner in general.
The comments, who you trying to look good for? And why all of a sudden it's like, why can't I look good for myself? Mm-hmm. Why can't I just become a better version of me? But it's always those insecurities that projected onto you. So don't take it personal.
Yeah, you can't take it personal. And so here's the thing. Okay, for one, communication is important. So you communicating to them more about you. Make it about you, not about them, because you do not want to try to convince them to do what you're doing. Don't try to convince them. Don't persuade them. Don't give them ultimatums. What you need to do is say, as my partner, I'm communicating to you that this is important to me. For me, and share some more, right? Share like why you wanted to do it. Like, I feel horrible. I don't feel good health-wise. I'm afraid of my mortality. Be vulnerable with your partner and share with them why you're doing it for you, not about them.
Yeah.
So that you can then ask your partner, as someone who loves you, like, I understand this is not your thing, but I need you to be there for me and support me. So I'd appreciate it if, don't try to, I know you want to eat Doritos. Don't try it. Those are my favorite. Don't try to tempt me with the Doritos. Like, I need your support. So make it about you, them helping you, and not about, on the flip side, don't say, so because I'm doing this, I don't want you to buy Doritos anymore. We can't have Doritos in this house. Do you think that's going to go over well? No, that's not the method. That's not the method. So instead of giving ultimatums and absolutes and judgments, say, I understand that's your thing and I get this. You're not on this journey. I need to do this for me. I need you to support me. So please don't make it harder for me. Like, don't make this harder for me. And that's what you need. You need to come from a place of vulnerability when you communicate with them.
So don't bring home the dozen donuts when you get ready for a show.
Right. Right. Like, well, just don't make it harder. Like, I've said that to you before in general, not even about fitness, but about a stressful time in our lives. I've just like, you may not be able to do things for me. I know I've said this exact thing to you before. You may not do things for me and take things off my plate you can't do, but whatever you do, don't make it harder for me. Like, don't make this harder. Like, and that's how you have to communicate. Like, so, and if they care about you, you need to make sure they understand that you mean it. You're not joking. This is a serious conversation.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking about how to get them on board. And you're thinking, well, I thought this episode was about how to get them on board. That is the beginnings of how to get them on board. Making them feel like they're a part of it and then they're doing something to help you. And then acknowledge it when they do, like appreciate it. When you bring me a cut up apple, instead of like something I shouldn't be eating.
Yeah.
You bring me a cut. I appreciate that, and then you'd be surprised. Suddenly, all of a sudden, they're going to be all, hey, can you get a guest pass for that class that you take? Maybe I'm going to take it with you.
Yeah.
And
it ain't just your partner that will derail you. Your own friends and family will. You go out for an outing to go eat and They'll notice you're ordering something totally different than them. They're going for all the heavy stuff. And then they try to tempt you and make you feel guilty that you're not eating the same things they're eating. They're so concerned. I swear it's crazy. It's nuts.
For sure. Oh, no, it's for sure. But the partner is the most important thing
Yeah, they're
because
the closest to you.
if you can get them on board, it's not even about, yeah, now you're going to be healthy and fit together, but it's going to strengthen your bond and your relationship.
True that.
Significantly. So another tactic that you can use to get them, slowly is like invite them to come with you. Like, hey, you want to go for a walk? Or like,
Yes.
do you want to walk? Maybe your husband loves coffee. Like, hey, let's walk to the coffee shop. Let's go have a
Yes.
coffee at your favorite coffee shop, but let's walk there.
Exactly.
Or I need to tell you about what happened at work. Let's take a walk.
Yep.
Like, just do it like naturally, organically. If you can layer in something that's important to them or something they like, like let's walk to a coffee shop. I know you like to get coffee. Like, let's go walk to a coffee shop. Or
And it's like what you just did there. It's not like you're asking them, you're kind of like telling them, but not forcing them. Let's go take a walk to the coffee
Yeah.
shop. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. It doesn't give them time
Right.
to decide. Like, all right, let's go.
yeah.
Instead of asking, would you like to go? No.
Yeah.
just
And then
kinda-
when they say no, don't give them guilt about it or whatever. It's like, okay, like try
Yeah.
again another time. Eventually what they'll notice, because you do feel better, when they do those things, they're going to start to correlate it with feeling better because you get endorphins, you get sunlight,
They
your
don't
mood
realize it.
improves,
Yeah.
and you start correlating like, oh gosh, like I'm feeling better, and they'll start doing it more and more. Like, oh, that was nice. There's many times I've done things I don't really care to do, but I'll go with you because you want to do it, right? And then I'm so glad I did it after. I'm like, oh, and so then the next time I'm much more likely to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a
Because
trip.
I'm like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like, I loved that. We should do that more. And so that does help. It's tricky. Now you're someone, this is something you can speak to because I did this for a long time before you kind of wanted to do it with me. So what are some of your tips that helped, or anything I did that helped you to want to come around, or what?
What are you asking me?
Getting into the lifestyle, getting fit, getting healthy. You were overweight and I was fit at a time. There was a time you were very overweight and I was fit. I didn't force you to come my way. I just did my thing. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do this for me. I need you to support me. I need you to make this easy for me. Don't make it hard. But I didn't enforce my lifestyle on you. You eventually just slowly came around. And when you fully came around, yeah, it impacted our relationship in a lot of positive ways. But there was a gap, where we were on two different playing fields. How did you get over here?
I didn't like the way I looked and felt just felt like shit, to be honest with you guys. I know I looked like shit, felt like, and that's real talk, that's not even sugarcoat nothing. And then I thought to myself, like, man, deep down I was like, this ain't fair to her. This girl's like looking her best. And it wasn't like she's doing it for me, she's doing it for her, she was competing at the time, and I need to do better. This isn't me. It's never that guy.
But so indirectly though, it did impact you, and it brought it to the forefront of your thoughts that I was now embarking on this journey.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to get to the audience.
And it wasn't no insecurity involved.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's gonna leave me for no, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just like I wanted to I knew my potential. I've worked out since I was a kid. So I know what's under there. I know what lies under there, but I got to get rid of this. I got to change my eating habits. I got to shed this body fat, and I got to get on a good playing field, like a good trajectory, and I knew that. That's all I needed. I needed some guidance.
And it took time. So I embarked on that journey for a while. It sparked the thoughts in him. So he started to, but it wasn't right away. And so you have to just be strong in your convictions to continue to do you. And then in terms of how you deal with your partner, don't be the food police. Don't say, you can't eat this. I don't want you to eat this. Instead, show them how delicious your meal is. Hey, you want to try this? You want to eat this? This is so good. I made this treat. So good. Try
true.
it. Because food is amazing. And people don't think that fit food can be so fun and delicious.
And right there on that is like, for example, you'll make something like a dish or something like, hey, babe, what do you think of this? Try it. I'll try it. Like, ooh, that's good. Next time you make this, make two. And that's how it starts. Oh, this treat, you made this?
Exactly.
Next time, make two. And that's how it begins.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you something. So based on what we just talked about, your progress and your success on your journey will quietly be their motivation. That's what's going to spark it. You know, dang. She's eating stuff that looks she eats bread and pasta and stuff. Like, she's not killing herself. She's enjoying this and she's losing weight. It's working. Like, maybe I should do it one day.
And you know, here's another thing too. A lot of men are very prideful, got egos. It's like, okay, yeah, she wants to look good for herself. But I know a lot of women want to make their men proud. I'm like, damn, you know, their men's proud to be with this woman. Like, that's my wife, show him off. So I thought the same thing, like, fuck that. I want to make her proud. Like, I want her to be like, shit, look at my man, look at my husband. He's looking, you know, he's looking the part, you know, so we kind of match, you know what I'm saying? And people don't talk about that enough. They kind of like shove it under the rug and think it doesn't matter. And it does matter, because sometimes one will start going a little too far left, one's going to go the other direction, and you could split apart. That's the reality of it.
That's the reality. I'm
not sugarcoating it. And we've seen it time and time again where people get left. They get left behind, and a person doesn't keep up, and eventually, you know, attraction does break, and somebody else gives them attraction. And it's the truth of the matter, you know. So everybody, you got to find your reason and just make sure you stay connected the best way that you can. And fitness is one of the best ways that you can stay connected.
Because it's activities. You could do a lot of things together.
Together, exactly.
You're eating. Think about all the things that you do together that impact your lifestyle.
Yep.
Those are a lot of the things you do together. And if you do things totally differently over time, that does create, you know, a divide.
Yeah.
But one thing I do say is don't let that pull you down. You have to be strong in your convictions to do this for you. You have to be strong, and eventually they will come around, or they won't. Or they'll come around a little bit, or they won't. And I'd be lying to you to tell you that it could not impact, like, ultimately in the long haul. Could it impact your marriage, your relationship? Yes.
100%.
Yes. You know, it could. Because a lot happens when you embrace a healthy lifestyle. You just get this awareness for mortality, for health, for vitality, for longevity. You become hyper aware of all these things. And then when you become aware, it shines a light on all of the things your partner isn't doing. And that can create friction.
And I might get a little off topic here. It's not her job. She married me for who I am. She loves me. But it's not her fucking job to take care of me because I decide I don't want to take care of me and I'm sick all the time. And God forbid I get hit with a stroke and then I'm in the wheelchair and she has to bathe and clean me. No, that's my fault because I could have prevented that. I could have done everything in my power, control what you can control, and prevent that. And people don't take that serious enough. You know, it's like, okay, well, she's my partner, she's my wife. We're here to the end, but so what? You still got to take care of you. You know what I mean? And that's not fair to your other partner. You know, I don't believe that that's fair. I might get a little hate for this, but that's the truth. You need to do what you can, control what you can control.
The thing, too, that I think is important is I don't want you to think you don't need their full participation in your lifestyle and them to become like super fit and all for you to succeed.
Not at all.
You don't need that. You need compromise. Like with any good, healthy relationship, there should be some compromise in there, and there should be sacrifices that you make for each other or whatever. So I can tell you this. It may seem like, oh, okay, maybe there's friction now because I'm being fit and then they don't want to be. If they're not willing to support you in that journey, that's not the only problem in your relationship.
No.
There's more cracks. It's just exposing one of the cracks.
Peel the layers back.
That means there are more. Because at the very beginning of this episode, we said, you know, how you start by getting them on board is just to tell them what you're doing and that you need their support as someone who loves you and is your partner. You need them to support you, but it doesn't mean they need to do what you're doing. I think you need to release the pressure off them right off the bat because they need to come around on their own time. But there is an expectation in relationships that your partner should support you. And if they don't want to support you and help you and make it easier for you, there's a bigger problem there. And I think that's what, you know, I want to convey. You know, maybe there's a bigger problem and that we can't solve. That's something that you got to figure out in marriage therapy or whatever, right? But you don't need their full participation to succeed. You need to learn and craft your skill to be able to do what you want to do for you despite what others are doing around you. And that includes your partner, and that includes friends and family and everything else. So that's a skill you're going to need regardless. Whether your partner's on board or not, you still need to practice the skill of doing what you want to do, regardless of, people throwing things in your face and all of that. So you got to figure that out also.
Yeah. So true.
And if your partner is not on board, and let me rephrase that. While they're not on board, because there's going to be a period. It took you time. It took you time to make the decision. So why should they now make the decision on your time? They need their time too.
That's true.
So all you need from them is to support you. And then you need to give them the same time that you gave yourself to figure this out. You need to let them figure it out on their own. As long as they're willing to support you and not make it harder for you, you should be able to succeed regardless and have their support and kind of, be okay that way. Now, will it be 100 times better when they come on board? Will your connection get better? Will your relationship get better? Will everything in your marriage get better? Yeah, it will. But I don't want you to think that they need to be your fitness partner, your workout partner in order to be successful and in order to also have a good marriage. Both can be true. Both can be true.
Yeah. Takes time. And listen, I can't give you the exact how long it's going to take. We don't know. It's just like for me, I was in a lazy mindset. And one day I was like, I don't want to be in this mindset no more. I know there's more. Especially when a few years back, I heard somebody say something about create the man you admire and give that man to the world. And I don't know, it resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I heard it. And I was like, all right, there's another level I haven't hit yet.
Mm-hmm. And
it clicked.
And maybe your spouse, they'll be listening to something you're listening to in the morning, or you have a podcast on in your room and they can hear it. They're listening. Trust me,
yes, they are.
When I tell you,
hustles.
They're listening to things you're listening to. They're picking up gems. It's almost like little subliminal things.
Yeah.
Slowly. They're going to notice that you're looking better, more vibrant, more energy, and they're going to notice those things.
Yeah.
But it takes time. But in the meantime, while you are waiting for them to come around, because it'll be in a slow way, you can seek support too. Seek support in a community, and that's why I think my clients in the Bold, Balanced, Confident program love that program so much, because maybe they start a lifestyle, their friends, family, spouses, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're like, what? We used to drink beers every Friday night, and what happened to you?
Yes.
So they find their community in the program. And, and eventually though, what I've noticed in the program over time, they'll start referring their friends, and their friends start joining the program, and their circles start joining the program also. Yeah. Even sometimes their spouses, Oh, and yeah. In fact, if you mention this episode, when you apply for coaching, we are going to do a special for coaching clients, one-on-one coaching programs. If you join with your partner, we are going to give you 2 for the price of 1 coaching program. So you and your partner join, you get access to the app, you get access to all of the tools, check-ins with us, and we're running that special as a gift for this episode. We want to help couples because I think it's so important,
and it can help couples in all areas. It could, like you said, strengthen your marriage, mm-hmm. strengthen your bond. Mm-hmm. Just kind of midlife, you're like, man, I'm ready to become the best version of myself. Because mm-hmm. I look back at some pictures in my 20s, I'm like, I look terrible. Mm-hmm. I was overweight. Mm-hmm. I know I was drinking. Mm-hmm. I was going to eat after Mexican food late night from San Francisco. So these taquerias were still open till 4 a.m. They knew the clubs let out at 2-ish, so they'd open till 4. Eating that, going right to bed. I packed on a bunch of weight. So don't think because you look back at your life like, man, these aren't my prime years. I'm already in my 40s. My prime years are gone. That's fake, false news. You can become the best version of yourself.
You definitely can.
Older, much better. And there's living proof, not just us. Go on the internet. There's many older people, 50 and uppers, 60s, that are living their best lives. Best shape ever.
So all you have to do is mention episode 617, and scan the QR code on the screen to apply for coaching. Submit one application at first, get on the consultation call. The consultation call is with Alyssa, and she can go over what the program entails. If you're an existing one-on-one client with us and you want to add your partner, when you renew, like if once your program ends and you renew and you want to add them, we can do that at that time.
Yeah.
Just mention this offer because I think it's great.
Of course, it's easier when both are doing it together.
Great. We have some clients where we actually coach one client, but by proxy, we automatically kind of coach the spouse, and they join the call. You know, they listen to the calls too. And,
yes,
and
she knows who she is. Yes.
Yeah, so we love that because I'm telling you, it's almost like marriage therapy. It's great for your marriage.
It is.
It's really, really great for your marriage, and so that's why it's important to us as well. And one action step for this episode, I want you guys to have one honest, kind conversation this week where you simply say what this journey means to you, to your spouse, and ask for support in a specific way. Sometimes, especially if it's women that listen to this show and it's your husband that you have to talk to, you can't just say, I need support. They're like, what do you mean support? Do I need to hold your back right now? They don't understand what support means. So be specific.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
be like, I need your support. Like, on Saturdays when you bring home all those donuts can you not do that? Like, can you just eat what you're going to bring, buy your 2, eat at the donut shop, and because it's hard for me. Or when you come home with like a gallon of ice cream and you want to split it, can we make a protein ice cream instead? Or can I make my protein ice cream and I'll have that and you have the one you want, but you don't give me guilt about it?
Right.
Can you do that? Because it's hard
worst.
enough. What you need to tell them is, it's hard for me to say no. I want that one. I want the donuts, and it's hard for me. So can you not do that to me? I want you guys to have a conversation with your significant other. If you're experiencing this, make it a point. That's your action item for this episode. Let us know what you tell your partner to support you. What would support you?
Yep.
And on the next episode, let's see what we got coming up. Now that you're getting your mind right, you're getting your partner on board, on the next episode, we're going to talk about some of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to lose fat and the biggest mistakes that cause them to derail on their journey. We're going to go over it. It's going to be a good one. So I'll see you then.